Last week was a pretty strange week around here. On Monday and Tuesday, I got started again trying to get these modules ready for the antenna tracker. And I flailed around all day Monday and Tuesday with no success. I usually, like I say, these videos has historically been my lab notes so I can reproduce things. But when I programmed the first Wi-Fi sensor up, I didn't video anything, so I'm having trouble reproducing it. Tuesday night we got down in the 20s here, and all day Wednesday, it was actually Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday around here. It was basically too cold to come down in the basement and do much, so I didn't get much done. Thursday or Wednesday, I had another bleeding event and ended up in the urologist office again on Thursday, where they, in addition to what was going on Wednesday, they realized it's been a year since all this started, and they want me to go back through all the tests I went through a year ago, which means at 1:30 today, in about an hour, I go for a MRI again. On the 20th, I go for some ultrasounds that they've never done before of my bladder and stuff to see where the bleeding might be. It's just a continuing garbage. All damage from radiation therapy for my cancer. Then this Friday, I have my 10-year colonoscopy. Oh, joy. That colonoscopy will pretty much finish up investigating everywhere that the bleeding could be coming from. So I'm behind right now. This is the ESP15F Wi-Fi module. I got 2 of these. They came in like 2 days from Amazon. They were like, must have been in stock locally or something. On Tuesday of last week, when success was eluding me, I ordered 2 more. Because the one that's on the antenna tracker right now is working. I programmed it up. Again, I didn't do any videos as I did it several weeks back. I wished I had. I could reference them right now. The second one, I kind of goobered up playing with it when I had both of them. I'll attach some documentation here where they talk about putting this wire on the back to put it in bootloader mode or some such. I'm very unfamiliar with these devices. But even putting this jumper on doesn't seem to let me play with this one much to try to duplicate what I did with the other one. And I don't want to touch the other one. It's working. So I'm not using it. It's staying on the antenna tracker right now, and I'm not going to play with it. So like I say, last Tuesday I ordered 2 more, but they have to come from China. They're supposed to be here November 9th through the 20th, so I can get deeper into this. And again, maybe this is supposed to put it in a mode where you reflash the whole thing back to 0. I don't know. I have never worked with these, and all the information on these is a little sketchy. It looks like the best way is to hook these up to a Raspberry Pi and program them that way. I'm not sure that's what I did when I programmed up the one that's on the antenna tracker right now. I think I may have used the USB that comes with the antenna tracker. But I'm trying my FTDI boards, the little board that comes with the antenna tracker, and pretty soon I'm going to have to break out the Raspberry Pi again and go at it with that. This is a Bluetooth module. This would be used on the full-size Crossfire transmitter, whereas the Wi-Fi is used on the TX2, Crossfire TX2 V2. That I am using on most of my platforms right now. I do have the full size. I'm having exactly the same problem with this. I can't get it programmed. It's just seems to be escaping me. This is a DSD Tech HC05 Bluetooth module. And this is of course, the Wi-Fi ESP15F. Both of them can be used. It's just trying to get the Mavlink data over from the TX16S radio through the Crossfire transmitter to the antenna tracker. It's like I say, the other 15F, these come in pairs. The other ESP15F that's on the antenna tracker is programmed and works. If I hadn't messed this one up, if I understood if this jumper is supposed to be to reflash it back to 0 or just to make it listen up again, I'd be probably moving down the road again. But right now, this one doesn't want to do much. And this one, like I say, I probably have to break out the Raspberry Pi. Friday, we started getting back in the 70s and 50 degrees overnight here. So although I ordered a new heater for the basement so I can be down here when it's cold, because it'll be getting really cold soon, I don't have that in place yet. So that's just a little bit about what's been going on here. I've been having very little success in reproducing programming either one of these modules. If anybody out there has done this, please, if you give me a text, give me a video, show me how you program these, because right now I'm having trouble reproducing what I did to get the other one programmed up. So that's all for right now. I'm probably going to switch out and start working with those 2.4 gigahertz telemetry radios, because I want to get flying again. And this, like I say, I've got one of these working, but there's no sense in doing an antenna tracker video without showing you how to program one of these, because that's where this all starts. That's where most of the problems with this lie. Once you get that Mavlink data going out of this into the antenna tracker, it's all inside the antenna tracker at that point. I've had a lot of good input from people about what my possible problems with what I've got set up in the antenna tracker could be, and I thank you for that. So I'm going to go ahead and say thank you right now, but I'm going to go ahead and finish out this video with some of the pictures that I took in DC at the Air and Space Museum. Thanks again. In addition to going to the Air and Space, we went over to the National Zoo to say goodbye to the pandas, which are going back to China soon, if not already. And I think the ones from the Atlanta Zoo near us, south of us, are going to go back in 2024, I believe. Always nice to see them. Big teddy bears. Pam was working 4 out of the 5 days, so I went over to the Air and Space Museum alone. There's the Spirit of St. Louis. Quite a sight to see. The Air and Space is pretty good. Half of it was closed for refurbishment. They had drones in there. Not that I'm real thrilled with DJI, but they were in there. And it's always nice to see the Wright Flyer itself. Thank you, guys.